Hi everybody, it is April and I'm in my craft room, and today we're going to make a jelly roll quilt with a twist. I was searching for free patterns on the internet and I happened to run across something that appealed to me. I usually look at the picture before I delve into what the pattern looks like. And the picture looked like this. I love that look. It's a very modern look, but I like all the white space in the middle, so I looked at the actual pattern, and the pattern is quite simple. You need a colorful jelly roll. I have Ruby Star Society speckled. Then you need blah la 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 la, and then you need one white jelly roll, a junior jelly roll at that. Now I'm not sure if 24 strips is a junior jelly roll, but that's what I have, so that's what I'm going to use. And that is it. That is all you need as far as fabric. I put together a sample of what the quilt is going to look like. So this is 4 rows of the quilt. It's wide, and it finishes at 62.5 by 72.5. I've opened up my white and taken out the white strips that I want to use. I am going to use where these strips were folded to cut the strips in half. I know it says 22 inches, but I'm okay with trimming the sides of the quilt when it's done to make cutting easier. So with each strip, 18 strips of your white, you just cut it in half, and then you need to remove the selvage edges. When you have 36 of these strips, you are ready with the white part. For the full length strips, all we need to do is cut off the selvage end. And what you can do is you can also leave those folded in half, and then on your measuring mat or using your ruler, cut at 21 inches, which will give you 42 inches in your strip. Now let's go sew these together. As you can see, I have started chain piecing my white with my strip that has the color. So you're going to take your full length strip and you're going to put your white strip right sides together on your color strip, and you are going to sew a 1/4 inch seam. You can chain piece all of your strips as you're sewing the white to the one end of your color strip. Then you can snip them apart. And what you're going to do next is complete the loop. And what I found to be easiest is I lay my strip with the white side up, because the white side is the shortest piece. And then I just bring the white to the end of my strip that's got the color, and I'm going to make sure my right sides are together, and again I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch seam. And you can chain piece that part as well. So now you have a loop. And once you get done sewing your loops, then I will show you what is next. Here I have my stack of loops. So now what I want to do is I want to cut them strategically, kind of. I am supposed to cut the color part of the strip between 10 and 21 inches away from the white seam. Sounds easy enough, right? And I'm tempted to just start snipping, because that's going to be so much easier. With my previous sample, I actually took my rotary cutter and kind of measured from where I was on the strip. So I will show you how I did that, and let's see if we can find an easier way. So essentially, the white strip is right here. So if I set this white strip here on my measuring board, yeah, that's what it's called, my measuring board, on my mat, I can see approximately where 10 to 21 inches is. And I can take my little ruler, I can pick a spot, line my ruler up on the color strip, and cut it. Okay, so this gives me this strip. Or I could just take my handy dandy scissors and pick a spot and cut, which is the same result. So I would say do whatever makes you happy. Quick and easy makes me happy. We all know this. I think that's what I'm going to do. Then I will stack them up, iron them, and then I'm just going to sew them all together. My practice, I hung all the pieces on my design wall. I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I think I am just going to stack them up and sew them and see what happens. So since this is white, I am going to always iron my seam away from the white. So I'm going to press towards the dark side. It's been a long time since I've gotten to say that. And these are strips. So once again, you want to be careful just to put your iron down on the strip so as not to cause it to stretch in any funky way. Because skinny strips can become quite askew. And here I have my strip ready to go. As you can see, I have started putting my rows together. I have just stacked up my fabric and I am grabbing a strip when I get done sewing one strip. This is an excellent way to practice your 1/4 inch seam sewing. It's not hard, it's just time consuming. So there is a lot of sewing to this project. But again, you get practice, and what's better than practice? Practice makes perfect. So I line up the strip at the end and I just start sewing. As you add more strips to your project, you'll find that if you fold your project over so that it doesn't go past the end of your sewing space, it's easier to keep control. When it flows over the edge of your sewing space, then you're going to have drag when it hits up against the edge of your table. I'm not a pinner because I usually end up sticking myself, so I just use the edges of my fabric, line them up, and then hold a place where I know these line up and stop at that point and realign. Now I could get up every time I sew a strip on and go to the iron and iron, but I'm lazy. So what I am doing is I am finger pressing all along the strip. And if I press just under, it stays enough that I can sew my next strip. When I'm done, then I will take this project to the iron and press it permanently. But if you press hard enough on a finger press, you should be in good shape. But see here, it's got enough pressure in the finger press that I'm good. And I grab the next strip and do the same thing over and over and over 36 times or 35 times. And do not fret if you find that one of your strips you didn't trim quite correctly. This quilt is at least 62 inches wide, so you have plenty of wiggle room if you make a mistake like me. I have completed sewing my strips together. I'm very pleased with the way it looks. I like the white, how it moves through the quilt. The only problem I have is here. This strip, I must have cut it too short. But that's okay, because all I'm going to do is, using this strip as my guide, trim off all the excess. And I should be in good shape. What I will do is line up my ruler using the shortest edge as my guide. And then I will use a line across the seam of the jelly roll. And then using that line across and this edge of the strip, I'm going to trim. I want to be careful not to let the weight of the other side stretch this in an odd way. That's why I'm putting my weight right there so it doesn't slide. All the edges are straight and my quilt is ready to be basted and quilted. Start over here. So it's about 57 inches. That's not really the best way to measure it, obviously. Anyway, have a great day, eat some chocolate, and be kind to everyone. Until next time, bye. I was searching through well, it's not really a 1/4 inch stitch. Unless, of course, my thread. Wow. Okay, so I can't hit the right button for anything.